Hello, my students. So this is the second part of your term paper. So here we are gonna now create those graphs which are interactive in Power BI, and then let us start. So this is the Power BI software we are gonna use, and then just for your information, I um, gave you the link which will show you how to install Power BI, and you can get that link under week number 16. So let us start. So if you remember, this is where we stopped in our part number 1. So what we are going to do, we are going to now copy all of our clean data and then put it in a new Excel file. Paste it here. Yeah, just paste it here. It's fine. Um, and then save it. Then say, for example, Power BI 1. So my data is saved now. Now I'm gonna go back to my Power BI 1. Now I'm gonna upload the data. Remember, I'm gonna upload some Excel file data. So I'm gonna use this um, Excel workbook option, and then here I have my data. So it is now loading the data. So here choose sheet number 1, and then load. Now again you need to check mark sheet number 1, then hit the load button we have over there, then the data will be loaded. Give it some time. Good. So here we have all of our data, which is in a clean format. Now this is the interactive dashboard window we have. So here first we are gonna put a text box right here, and then we are gonna say finance 454. You need to put your group number or group name, whatever you have, and the topic. So here we have it. Next, we are gonna create a filter. For filter, let me see. Filter. The filter option is here. Let me find out. Here, your filter option. So again, filter. Now I want to filter by a particular variable. So here, just expand this sheet number 1, and then I want my currency to be one of the filter. Now you can see here, I mean, in your case, you're gonna have multiple currencies. In my case, I just have 4 currencies here. And then from this drop-down menu, select it, drop down. So now you can see it became a drop-down menu. Now I want to have another drop-down menu. Here, this is the filter option. And then I want the time to be another drop down menu. Again, I want it to be in the drop down format. Good. So now I have my title, I have my my drop down menus. Now let us create 5 different interactive graphs. So number 1 graph is line graph for PPP, purchasing power parity. So this is the graph we are going to use. Now for that one, for PPP, I want inflation differential. So inflation differential in X, inflation differential in Y. Okay, now let me expand it. So now you can see this is the PPP, which I mean, that is what we learned in our class, PPP line. Now let us see how the actual percentage change here behave. So here what we are gonna do, we are gonna put this actual percentage change here, right here, and then we are gonna make it sum up everything, but we want it to be average, and then also we want the inflation to be average. Okay, so this is our very first graph, and then let us now change the title here, title of this particular graph. For that, you want to go this format your visual, and then from here you have your not legend marker, let me see, general. From general here title, and then here just give it a name. We are going to call it PPP graph. Good. So our first graph is complete. Next one is our IFE graph, and again it is the same kind of graph. So let me just copy it, Control C, Control C, and then Control B. Now let me take it here. Okay, so first let me just change the title, general, and again title. This one should be international Fisher effect graph. Now let us go back. Now in place of inflation differential, we want interest differential. So interest differential, and then remove inflation differential, and again remove inflation differential from here, put interest differential here. Okay, now again make it average. So now this graph is also ready. Next, we now want to create a scatter plot where we are going to put our predicted spot rate and then our actual spot rate. So here spot graph, I mean scatter plot graph, and then our spot rate, actual spot rate on the y-axis, and then our predicted spot rate based on IFE on the x-axis. Right, so we have it ready. Again, make it average and average. Okay, so let me check. So now we have actual S1. Okay, not average. Let us choose don't summarize, and then don't summarize. Okay, so now we are going to create another graph in the same way for our predicted value based on based on our spot rate predicted based on PPP. So spot rate based on PPP here, and again, do not summarize. All right, so this graph is also ready. Now the very last graph, which is inflation versus interest differential. So here, inflation differential, let us put it on the x-axis. And then inflation differential, let us put it on the y-axis, and then let's put average. So now our interactive chart is interactive Power BI graph is ready. Now let us change the view of this one. So for that, go to the view option, and then from here you can choose any of those you feel good. So now you see your interactive graph is ready. So here you can just choose any of the currency you want. Say for example, if you choose GBP, you're gonna get the graph only for GBP. If you choose Canadian dollar, you're gonna get the graph for Canadian dollar. And then you can also choose the time. So you can just choose a particular time range here. All right, so this is how you get your interactive graph. So now it is time to just save it to our Power BI account and then create the PDF file. So go to the home and then here publish, then save. And then let us call it Power BI 1. Save it. And then my workspace, let's call it Fin 454. And then, oh, sorry, my workspace. And then here, oh, it is gonna save as Power BI 1. Got it. Okay. So now it is saved. Now let me show you. So this is the account I have, and you are going to have the same account. So you can just Google by Power BI login, and then you can use your university provided credential, your username and password to just log into your Power BI account, provided you use Microsoft 365 software provided by the university. And then under my workspace, I should have this one. Here you can see Power BI 1. So this is the graph I have. Now here I can now save it. So export. Now here you can just save it in in a PDF file. So export to PDF file is in progress. I think you missed this part. So let me just repeat. Again, you can just log in to your Power BI account, and then on your Power BI account, you are going to see my workspace folder. And then as you can see here, if I just sort it by date. Now here you can see my Power BI that I just developed, and then here you can see my interactive graphs, and then here you can play with the data and make your own data driven decision, and then you can export. So here I'm going to export in a PDF file. So let me export here. So it is now exporting to PDF. It is going to take some time. So it is now downloaded. So let me just show you. So this is the PDF file which is generated. So for your term paper, you also want to edit and then to your submission packet, and then upload it to your Blackboard account. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.